I promise you, most of these rumors, I be wanting to ignore. But you can't ignore this. What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys Fan Talk, right back. Like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? Happy Friday evening. Look, I'm right back because this I kind of want to talk about. I do. Before I get into the content, though, man, do me a favor, man. About 50 away from 30K. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I appreciate y'all support. We doing our thing, and when I get there, that jacket over my left shoulder, I'm giving that away. But hit the subscribe button. Let's talk about Micah Parsons, man, and his contract. And look, man, whenever I see these rumors from NFL rumors or ML football or Slick Rick or anything like that, I tend to ignore them because there's not a lot of validity and there's a lot of guessing. It's kind of like what we do, speculation. And I wanted to chalk it up to speculation. But you know what? Where there's smoke, there's fire. Now, let's just talk about the rumor itself. It says Micah Parsons is seeking $200 million extension, which would make him the NFL's highest paid non-QB. Makes sense. Micah Parsons becoming the NFL's highest non-paid QB makes complete sense. He's not only earned it, he's been an all-pro pretty much every year he's been in the league. Except for one, he's been a Pro Bowler every year he's been in the league. You can't really do much better. And then in history, he's like top 4 or 5 in sack accumulation to start a career. In history of the NFL. The boy is nice. Let's first of all, let's lay the foundation before that's too much. No, it's not too much. It's right on par. He is well within his right to ask for the most money ever for a non-QB because he that nice and he getting better. That's the thing we trying to act like ain't happening. Micah's getting better and we need to lock him up. We should have been locked him up. Y'all know how I feel about that. We shouldn't have been playing around with him or his contract, but we haven't yet. So when I saw that rumor, I was like, they're just fishing. But then, Micah brother shows up. Shout out to Terrence Parsons, man. TP be on the internet causing a stir. About a week and a half ago, about 2 weeks, week and a half ago, TP went out there and just started laying breadcrumbs. Micah's contract is close. Whole world went into a tizzy. We was all like, oh, word. I was excited. And I'm pretty sure Terrence heard some things from his brother. I don't think he's just out here fishing. He's closer to Micah than anybody else, even closer than his agent. So I don't think Terrence is going to know exactly when it drops, but do I think Terrence knows some things? Yeah. Some specifics? Absolutely. So when someone goes out there and says, 200 million, is this fake? You know what I'm saying? Is this cap? And Terrence Parsons says, well, not really. First I said, 200 million is real? That would be 50 million a year, right? $50 million a year. That y'all didn't want to pay Dak Prescott 50 million a year. You ready to have a pass rusher worth 50 million a year? That's a heck of a jump, right? So that's why I was like, that rumor that's a lot of money. That's a big jump because I think Jamar Chase is making 41.5 or 42 or something like that, right around there. I get it. He's supposed to go like a million, like Micah making 43, but Micah's been steadfast and I don't want to beat the Cowboys over the head. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm not necessarily looking for the most. At one point, it was like, I'll take 38, 39. And that was my prediction. Micah's going to ask for 38, 39. And we're going to be cool with that. But TP says it's not necessarily wrong. Think years. And then that's when it makes sense. Now, I ain't a mathematician, so it didn't come to me right away. Probably came to you right away because you're probably smarter than me. But it's cool. Did the math, quick math. What's 200 million divided by 5? That's 40 million. Now, 40 on the dot. Making him one of the highest paid, not too low. Stick to what he said. The rumor a couple of days ago was Micah is seeking 40 million a year, 5 years, 200 million. Cowboys love 5-year contracts or longer. And my prediction the other day was maybe Micah's going to take 40 million, but he's going to take a 6 to 7 year extension. Yeah, 6-year extension would be perfect. 6-year extension. Put Micah at about 32 when it's done. Give the Cowboys all the flexibility in the world. You take $40 million a year. Now you might say, Micah, don't do that because in 4 years you're gonna be missing out. You're gonna be able to take a bite of the apple again. But Micah knows where his bread is buttered. Micah knows that playing for the Cowboys is good for the Micah Parsons brand. Yes. And before anyone says that, don't think that Micah Parsons can't come back to the table and get a small restructure or elevation in contract. Look what A.J. Brown did with the Eagles. Now, the Cowboys don't usually do that, but I think if he goes out there and balls out, they'll take care of him. I feel like this is a perfect marriage, Micah Parsons and the Cowboys. But this rumor might have some validity to it. And it is scary when you first see $200 million, you think quarterback numbers, like straight up. That sounds quarterback numberish, and you start thinking 50. And when this rumor makes it to national media, they're going to play it as 50. That's what the video's for. This is for the Cowboys, like the cartel, people that follow me. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't get tricked out the bag. It's not him going for $50 million. There's validity to the 200, but these numbers, man, perception is reality. It's all how you lay it out. Micah's seeking a $200 million extension, and you lead the years out. You let everybody's mind go to 4 because that's the standard extension time. You start thinking 50? Then you're going to use that to tear down Micah. He not worth 50. He reaching. The Cowboys about to wholly overpay, and we're going to start dealing with that. You know how they do. But it's not that. It's a 5-year extension. I would like that. Or you do something crazy. We're giving Micah a 55, something crazy, some crazy number that sounds nuts over 6 years. Now, remember Micah Parsons' contract? It was like $450 million. And it sounded like, oh, Mike, dang, Patrick Mahomes is making wild money. I don't know the exact math, but I'm just saying you give Micah a 6-year extension, some wild number that sounds like insurmountable. You push most of the money to the back. That allows you to do restructures, etc. Micah becomes the most highest paid defensive player in the history. He's satisfied over that time frame, and the length of the contract gives the Cowboys the tools to restructure and move things around. So although it's scary when you first look at it, like, it's cool. I think it'll work, and I think that's what's happening. Terrence Parsons saying think years lets me know that this ain't going to be a 4-year contract. Him saying think years lets me know it's going to be 5 or 6. I don't think it'll be Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith signed like a 30-year contract with the Cowboys. But I do think it'll be 5 or 6. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think. But yeah, man, it's rumor season. It's things floating all around. This is one that makes sense to me after you look at it at the initial shock value. But when you see that $200 million, it make your heart skip a beat. Like, oh, snap. How we going to pay anybody else? Well, look, it's your boy, Mr. Roman. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I holla.